afternoon. Welcome to our student-led interfaith service from the Chaplaincy Institute of Maine. I am Cayla Miller, a second-year student. I am joined today by Eryn Morency and Shana Aisenberg, both first-year students. We will be opening with a group chant led by Shana. Please remain on mute and join us. Lyrics will be displayed in the chat.
Love will guide us, peace has trod us, hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the dark night. If you cannot sing like angels, if you cannot speak before thousands, you can give from deep within you. You can change the world with your love. Love will guide us, peace has trod us, hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night. Love will guide us through the hard night.
Thank you, Shana. Our opening thought is by Robin Wall Kimmerer. Through unity, survival, all flourishing is mutual. A large part of my faith, which our group found to be a common thread between us, is that faith is best practiced by serving others. Most faith traditions have this as a core tenet, that it is in service of others that we find connection to the divine. There is no greater love than selflessly caring for others. From Jesus washing feet to the concept of selfless service or seva, found in Hinduism and Sikhism, and more, we can follow this universal thread around the world. Thank you for joining us today as we honor that love and invite you to contemplate how it has touched your own life. We also want to honor the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King today. He was an exemplary figure in living his faith out loud and through his actions.
I am resilient, I trust the movement, I negate the chaos, uplift the negative. I'll show up at the table again and again and again. I'll close my mouth and learn to listen. Whoa, whoa, oh, oh. 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 These times are poignant, the winds have shifted. It's all we can do to stay uplifted. Pipelines through backyards, wolves howling out front. Yeah, I got my crew, but truth is what I want. realigned and on point. Power to the peaceful, prayers to the waters, women at the center, all vessels open to give and receive. Let's see the system brought down to its knees. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh, 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 whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm made of thunder, I'm made of lightning, I'm made of dirt, yeah, made of the fine things. My father taught me that I'm a speck of dust and this world was made for me. So let's go and try our luck, said I've got my roots down, 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 down deep. I've got my roots down, 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 down deep. I've got my roots down, down, down deep. I've got my roots down, down, down deep. So what are we doing here? What has been done? What are you gonna do about it when the world comes undone? My voice feels tiny, and I'm sure so does yours. But us all together make a mighty I am resilient, I trust the movement, I negate the chaos, uplift the negative. I'll show up at the table again and again and again. I'll close my mouth and learn to listen.
I offer a reading today from my faith tradition. The scripture passage is Romans 12, verses 2 through 21, from the First Nations version, an indigenous translation of the New Testament. I deeply resonated with this translation's voice, and I want to acknowledge and honor that it reflects a cultural heritage which is not my own experience in the world. Becoming a true human. Do not permit the ways of this world to mold and shape you. Instead, let Creator change you from the inside out, in the way a caterpillar becomes a butterfly. He will do this by giving you a new way of thinking, seeing, and walking. Then you will know for sure that the Great Spirit wants for you things that are good, that make your heart glad, and that help you to walk the path of becoming a mature and true human being. Do not think too highly of yourself. Instead, understand that the Great Spirit calls us to different purposes in our answer to our trust in Him. For just as our bodies have many members, and each member has a different purpose, it is the same way with the body of the Chosen One. We are members of His body, and each member belongs to all the others. Creator's gifts of great kindness have been poured out on us in many ways, giving us different kinds of gifts. If your gift is to speak the heart and mind of the Great Spirit in a prophecy, then let trust guide your words. If your gift is helping others, then give yourself to helping others. If teaching is your gift, teach well. If your gift is to speak courage and strengthen the hearts of others, then speak bravely. The one whose gift is giving should not hold back. If your gift is leading, lead with honor. And the one whose gift is showing mercy and kindness to others should do so freely with a glad heart. Love with a true heart. Hate what is evil and hold on tight to what is good. Love like family and honor others by putting them first. Be a good firekeeper and never let your spiritual fire go out as you serve our honored chief. Let hope make your heart glad. Keep sending your voice to the Great Spirit even when the road gets hard to walk. Give what you can to help the sacred family members who are in need. Open your homes and your hearts to others. Bless the ones who seek to harm you. Bless and do not curse. Dance with the ones who dance for joy and shed tears with the ones whose hearts have fallen to the ground. Seek to live in harmony with all. Do not think you are better than others. Walk the road of life with the humble of heart. Walk the road of peace with everyone. My much-loved family members, do not take the punishment of others into your own hands. Instead, turn anger and wrath over to the Great Spirit, for the sacred teachings tell us punishment for wrongs belongs to me, says the Great Spirit. I will make sure that wrongs are made right again. You should do the opposite. If your enemy is hungry, feed him. If your enemy thirsts, give him a drink. Your kindness will be like burning coals poured upon his head as his shame for the way he has treated you bursts into flames. Do not let evil take over your heart, but overcome evil with good. This recipe for how to be truly human in the world is so beautiful to me and deeply inspires my faith and worldview. Love is the way. It is the only way. We are here to move love forward in the world, each in our own unique and diverse ways, which are all needed and all matter in the collective good. We don't do it alone. We move love forward with our neighbors, our communities, with our families. We move love forward when we choose love with those whom we would call strangers, those we might struggle to find commonality with, and those who we are in opposition to. We move love forward when we take the time to recognize the soul of another along the journey, when we dance with their joy, and when we weep and hold their deep pain. We move love forward when we marvel at and are moved to protect this amazing creation we are a part of. We move love forward when we recognize where another is not able to thrive, where oppressive systems are stripping away dignity. We move love forward when we use our divinely given gifts to their aid. We move love forward when we practice peace and harmony with faith that practice spreads to others. We move love forward when we welcome those who are new to living in peace and love. We move love forward by showing up at the table now, exactly as we are, ready to be continually shaped from the inside by divine love. I would invite you into prayer with me as you feel comfortable. God, in all the ways we love to know and recognize you, these times do feel poignant. May your divine love shape and strengthen the hearts connected in this space, that we may add to the collective good through our diverse gifts, doing the work that is ours to do, with faith that your mystery is working in ways we cannot know and are not ours. May we be encouraged by all the love we see moving forward in the world, and may we come back to that love again and again and again. May we remain resilient in our practice of love and keep expanding it ever more as we each journey along the path of being a true human being. I close with Alleluia and Amen, knowing that others pray differently. As we take a moment to transition into our ritual blessing and reflect on all the love moving forward in the world, I would call in the words and memory of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be. This is the interrelated structure of reality.
Thank you, Eryn. Please join us now, if you are willing, for a ritual written by Charlotte Arsenal. Please take some time to examine your hands. Rub them together and feel the energy build between them. Experiment with holding them a little ways apart to see how the energy feels in your hands. Formed in your mother's womb, these precious hands, which have been scraped, bent, worn down, maybe even broken, are yet perfect in the divine's eyes.
Bless these hands, for they bring comfort to those in need of comforting. Bless these hands, for they nurture and care for those unable to care for themselves.
Bless these hands, for they are skilled in ways even they know not of. Bless these hands, for even in the darkest of nights they shine like a beacon of hope. Bless these hands, for the very sight of them can be an unanswered prayer.
Open your hands and hold them up to the edge of your screen, of your Zoom screen, so that they meet the image of your neighbor in Zoom. These hands are a blessing to us all. Amen.
We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love.
I offer now a poem by Aurora Levens Morales. Last night I dreamed 10,000 grandmothers from the 1,200 corners of the earth walked out into the gap one breath deep between the bullet and the flesh, between the bomb and the family. They told me we cannot wait for governments. There are no peacekeepers boarding planes. There are no leaders who dare to say every life is precious, so it will have to be us. They said we will cup our hands around each heart. We will sing the earth's song, the song of water, a song so beautiful that vengeance will turn to weeping. The mourners will embrace, and grief replace every impulse toward harm. 10,000 is not enough, they said. So we have sent this dream like a flock of doves to the sleep of the world. Wake up. Put on your shoes. You who are reading this, I am bringing bandages and a bag of scented guavas from my tree. I think I remember the tune. Meet me at the corner. Let's go. I am a lifelong Unitarian Universalist, and something that we recite each week is service is our prayer. This has always struck me deeply since I was a child. My calling in ministry and as a person of faith has always been in service to others. I believe that being part of a church or faith community gives us tools and resources to use our collective power in the service of others. Now more than ever, this is a pressing and vital calling. If we can all take one or two more actions that can help our neighbors, think what an incredible difference we could make. Can you stock a local food pantry? Can you offer up extra winter clothing? In these troubled times in our country and our world, there is so much need everywhere you turn. There is nothing more sacred to me than finding ways to distill our love or even our despair or anger into ways to help others. Recently, in the face of the food stamp benefits being suddenly cut, I helped organize several actions through my church and community to make sure that no one in our area went without food. We came together last minute, spontaneous, and cooked for our neighbors. We pooled our resources into generous grocery gift cards, and I started a small food pantry at my church. These were concrete actions of service that we could do together through our love and faith to care for our community. I remain in awe of the outpouring of love and generosity I witnessed throughout these events. In the face of fear and uncertainty, we did not sit in despair, but moved faithfully forward with love and service to meet the need. I have never felt more close to the divine than witnessing the generosity that poured out in those moments. We are in a crucial moment of history where our actions over the coming months will define our futures. It feels easy sometimes to surrender to fear. I feel it myself. There is so much darkness, and it is overwhelming. But I have faith that if we can all meet this moment with love and service, choosing small and local actions of care, we are helping to welcome in a new world, a future where care is centered in our lives. Whatever your faith background, I invite you to recall what your tradition says about service and hold on to those words in difficult moments. Thank you.
Going to sing Heart Wide Open, which I wrote, and I invite you to join me. The lyrics will be in the chat. I am here with you, heart wide open, embracing all that's true, heart wide open, creating anew, heart wide open, heart wide open in love. I enter this place, heart wide open, awareness of grace, heart wide open, being face to face, heart wide open, heart wide open in love. Heart wide open, heart wide open, heart wide open, heart wide open. I am here with you, heart wide open, embracing all that's true, heart wide open, creating anew, heart wide open, heart wide open in love. I enter this place, heart wide open, awareness of grace, heart wide open, being face to face, heart wide open, heart wide open in love. Heart wide open, heart wide open, heart wide open, heart wide open. Yeah, 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 heart wide open. Yeah, 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 heart wide open. Yeah, 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 heart wide open. Heart wide open in love. 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 My first reading from Dr. Cornel West. Never forget that justice is what love looks like in public. And from Bell Hooks. Anytime we do the work of love, we end the work of domination. A core value of Judaism, my home faith tradition, is tikkun olam, to heal, to repair the world. This value greatly informs who I am and how I aspire to live in this world. The Hebrew word mitzvah is translated as commandment. There are 613 mitzvot in the Torah. Another common usage of this word is good deeds. Performing mitzvot, especially helping others, is an integral aspect of Judaism. Ram Dass's guru, Neem Karoli Baba, known as Maharaji, taught, love everyone, serve everyone, and remember God. There are so many ways to serve. Some of us serve publicly on the international stage. Others of us serve quietly on a local level. Each of us serves in our own unique ways. Each and every act of service, act of love, like the reverberations of the wings of the butterfly, makes a difference in our broken world. I am currently engaged in various forms of service and volunteering, including serving as music director at a UU church, bringing music to nursing homes, serving on the Leadership Council of Trust, trans-religious professional UUs together, trans activism, both on the state level in New Hampshire where I live and also on the national level, moderating a town Google group, and to name just a few. Today, I'd like to share in more detail about my chanting. Twice a month, I'm leading chanting at the Stratford County Jail in Dover, New Hampshire, through the auspices of the therapeutic community, known as TC. During 2 one-hour sessions, one each with the women and men who are incarcerated there, I teach and lead a variety of chants: Hindu kirtan, Sufi zikr, Jewish nigunim, Christian hymns, indigenous chant, and sometimes an original chant of my own. Sometimes after we chant, it leads to conversations with people sharing about how a chant landed, feelings that it brought up for them. I'll share a couple of instances without using anyone's names to protect their privacy. Near the end of my very first session this past November, after we chanted Heart Wide Open, one of the women said that it made her feel like crying. Another woman replied, "It's okay, let it out." I then replied, acknowledging her life's difficult challenges and that she was carrying a lot. She then replied to me, "Thank you for treating us as fellow human beings," which isn't always the case here. Every time I've been back to chant, she has requested that chant. Another time after introducing a chant, one of the men said, "God creates miracles even here." When I inquired, asking what kind of miracles, he and a couple of other men spoke of the TC program helping them to deal with traumas in their lives that had led to being incarcerated, and of now making better choices, of being clean, of being sober. I'd like to share a little bit about the song Heart Wide Open, which I sang earlier. This past August, with referrals from a dear friend and graduate of ChIME, I visited Stratford County Jail for the first time to meet with the 2 women who run the TC program and to meet with the chaplain in the jail. For a couple of weeks leading up to those meetings, as I made initial contacts and set up appointments, the phrase "heart wide open" came to my mind. I had the awareness that while one might normally think they should be closed and guarded in a situation such as a jail, I felt like the only way I could do this work would be to show up completely vulnerable with my heart wide open. That day, as I drove home, I started singing that phrase and wrote this chant, which I completed by later that afternoon. It's important to name, as I continue to evolve my prison chanting ministries, the need for deeper learning, better understanding of the carceral system, the effects of ongoing injustices of racism, poverty, and class, disproportionate incarceration of marginalized communities, our government's expansion of both publicly funded and privatized prisons, and building unlawful immigration detention facilities. And I also want to commit to work towards dismantling these institutions and systems of oppression. I commit to working for restorative justice. I also want to be mindful around issues of cultural appropriation, of the chants that I sing and use, to understand and recognize potential traps of white savior complex, and to looking deep into myself at how I am doing this work. All of this is the work of radical love. I might never know the effects of my chanting or of other ways that I serve in love on everyone that I encounter. However, in recent conversations with my mentor, faculty advisor, and others sharing in our journeys here at ChIME, I've spoken of feeling deep changes within myself, an increasing awareness of experienced Shana in my life, her loving presence with me as I chant, in the jail, and truly everywhere, throughout my days. I must remember to listen to the still small voice within, to notice the awesome beauty of the world around me, and to the love and inherent dignity and divinity within each being. May it be so. Blessed be. Invite us to a moment of silence. Now a reading from Dr. King, Dr. Martin Luther King.
And I say to you, I have decided to stick with love, for I know that love is ultimately the only answer to humankind's problems. And I'm going to talk about it everywhere I go.
Our final song today is another chant that I wrote using words from the 8th century female Sufi mystic and poet Rabia al-Basri. The line from the poem is, "In love, nothing exists between heart and heart." And I was inspired to create a melody to that. Please sing with me. In love, nothing exists between heart and heart. 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 In love, nothing exists between heart and heart.
Thank you all for being with us in this space today. We send you out into the world in peace and love. Feel free to unmute and chat for a minute if you'd like to reflect or say hello to each other.